All I can do is think about you, daydreaming, wishing, wanting, chasing away my desires like a wild lion coming in on the attack on me. And ever so still, I see me sitting there, pondering deep to myself, multitudes of thoughts of you that bring me such peace and serenity for all the times you're not around me. I looked forward to the day that I could see you once again. For there I knew, there in your eyes, in your soul, inside of you, was the purest reflection of me. And there I found such peace and serenity, happiness and bliss. Oh, how I cherished every single second we could share together, and I always wanted more. Your breath, your strength, your wisdom. I was fascinated by you. And still I found myself incapable of ever grasping my hands fully around you. I always found myself wanting to run straight to you. And at times, when the time came, I found myself running away from you too. I couldn't quite figure out my own emotions. I lived in fear that you would ruin me. At the same time, I couldn't quite live my life without you. For I found you being the very thing, the very dream, the very last thing on the list. The heart's number one wish. And only time could tell if we would live this narrative that I found myself daydreaming about day in and day out, simultaneously living my life in the fairy tale that I have built, known as my career, my lifestyle, my health, my entire creation. It was only limited into where I was. I needed more food, more knowledge, more things to chew on, new experiences. And so I did that, breaking my comfort zones and putting myself in situations that weren't the most comfortable and finding ways to find comfort and enjoyment in the process of doing the very things that I disliked the most. And most of all, becoming extremely good at doing the very thing that I sucked at before. I had to stay true to myself. There was no denying you. There was no smothering you out. There was no cutting you out. And frankly, I didn't really want to. For I had never been happier inside myself with your existence being a little light within me that shines. And every once in a while, you'd grace me with your presence, and I'd find myself ever so blessed and content. Sometimes I found myself scattered and distracted, not fully listening and absorbing your words as I should, not respecting the moments that we had, and at times multitasking, not giving you my full attention. And for that I apologize, for any type of energy of disgrace. I appreciate your patience. It took me a while to come to this level of myself. I had loved you so much, I had lost me. And I couldn't see anything else but your very face and hear your voice chanting in my ear. sweetest song I could ever hear. And while we were polar opposites, the magnetism, oh, the magnetism would not compare. And I had lost all care and attachment to anything else but you. You were my happy place. And while you're not around, I am building another place that is just like you. For it is me, and I am that light everywhere I go, and I shine. And it's not the most comfortable being the brightest light. For sometimes it's all eyes on you, and you are constantly challenged and tested. Sometimes the test was challenging and depressing, especially when one fell down and made a mistake, especially if you had made that same mistake before. I choose not to make the same mistakes. I know my truth. I know what I have to do. I'm frightened. For it is full of wonder and things I've never done before, and things I must do alone and that no one else is really backing me on. Sometimes I wonder if all the ways I think of you are true. If I can rely on you, if you will catch me if I fall. If you can express emotion to me the way that I yearn to receive. If you can be there for me, especially in times where I struggle to be there for myself. I wonder if you can let me be there for you. Could you love me? Could you hold me? Could you wrap your arms around me and never let me go? Could you always come home to me? Could I be the one that you call your love? Would you kiss me every day? Would you hold my face? Would you breathe with me and remind me when I forget to? Will you be my strength when I am weak? Will you be my voice when I cannot speak? Will you ease my aches and my worried mind? Sometimes I feel I must be you for me. I struggle to see the difference between you and me. Sometimes it's all that you can see. I miss you when you're not around. I wish that you could be my friend and that this could never end. Sometimes I wish you'd cling a hold of me and not take your claws out of me. And sometimes I crave freedom and to be alone with my own energy. It's a multitude of paradigms, and still I whine and I cry, and my soul is angry and confused.